Hello students, it's Nazia Begum here, your physics lecturer, welcoming you all in today's lecture. So today we are going to solve some numerical problems related to Kirchhoff's law, Kirchhoff's loop rule and junction rule. Okay, so in front of you can see one question is there from NCERT book. Determine the current in each branch of the network shown in figure 1. So let's see figure 1 first. So here you can see that 6 resistances are connected there with 10 volt battery. Okay, out of them 3 resistances are of 10 ohm and 5 resistances are of 3 resistances are of 10 ohm and 3 resistances are of 5 ohm. So to solve this question, first we will label this diagram and also we will mark the current flowing in the circuit. So our answer diagram will look like this. So this is our answer diagram. Here we have labeled the junctions as A, B, C, D. Okay. And two more points are there, F and G. Okay. And current I is flowing in the circuit. Here, when current I reaches junction A, it is splitted up into two parts, I1 and I2. I1 passes through 10 ohm. Then here at B, what happened? Again this current I1 split up into two parts. Okay, this is I1, this is I2. Here I1 splitted up. So here we assume that I3 current is flowing through this resistance. Here you can see this one. Okay. So what amount of current will left here? This is the current I1 coming and here I3 is going here. So for this resistance, how much current is left? I1 minus I3. Okay. And here I2 current is flowing, and when this reaches at point D, this current I3 also will meet with I2. Okay. So here I1 is splitted up. Okay. In form of I3 and I1 minus I3. And here at D, I2 and I3 will meet with each other. So how much amount of current will flow from here? I2 plus I3. So I hope this flowing of current is clear to you all. Okay. Current I at point A, it is splitted up into I1 and I2. When I1 reaches to point B, it further splitted up into I3 and I1 minus I3. This current I2 will meet at point D with I3, and from here when they both combine, they both flow through this resistance of 10 ohm, I2 plus I3. At point C, this current I1 minus I3 and I2 plus I3, they all combine and becomes current I again. Okay. So this is the explanation of this circuit. Now we will solve this by Kirchhoff's loop rule. For that, first we will consider this loop A, B, D, A. Okay. Here we will take I2 as positive. So I1 and I3, they will be negative. I2 is flowing in this direction. I1 and I3, they both are opposite to I2. See, I2 is coming here, I1 is going there. So they both are in opposite direction. Then I2 is coming this side, I3 is coming this side. I3 is in the direction of I1 and that's why it is opposite to I2. So when we take I2 as positive, I1 and I3 will be negative currents. Okay. So how we will write the voltage? Voltage equals to resistance into current. So here for this, minus 10 into I1. For this, minus 5 into I3, and for this, plus 5 into I2. Okay, I2 we will take as positive. So the equation for this first loop A, B, D, A will look like this. Here, see the first equation, minus 10 I1 minus 5 I3 plus 5 I2 equals to 0. When we divide the equation by 5, we have 2 I1 minus I2 plus I3. So here what we have done, because 10 is the larger digit than 5, so we have changed the signs here and make I1 and I3 as positive and I2 as negative. So here you can see and rearrange that in order of I1, I2, I3. So we will get this equation. Give this equation as equation number 1. Okay. Now here in second loop, B, C, D, B, we take this current as negative. Okay, this current if we take negative, then I3 and this one, they both are in same direction and they are opposite to this current. So I3 and I2 plus I3, they both become positive. So for this this loop, what equation we will get? Minus I1 minus I3 into 5 ohm equals plus I3 into 5 plus I2 plus I3 into 10. So for second loop, the equation will look like, so here you can see for loop BCDB, this one is the equation. When we solve it, we get this one, give it equation number 2. Then at last, we will discuss this loop A, D, C, F, G, A. Okay, first we talk about this loop, then we have discussed this loop, and now the last and the bigger one, this one. Okay, so now we are talking about this loop. By following the same sign convention for this loop, we have the equation. Here you can see this one is the equation for the third loop. By solving this, we get this one. Okay, now here you see at point A, current I equals to I1 plus I2, because current I is splitted up here into two parts, I1 and I2. Okay, so in place of I, we will put I1 plus I2 and give it equation number 3. By further solving this, we get this one. Now we have three equations, equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. By solving that using simple algebraic method, we get the value of currents I1, I2 and I3 as given here. Okay, and this is our required answer. So the total current will be this one, I1 plus I2, that is 10 upon 17. So in today's lecture, we have solved one numerical related to Kirchhoff's law in detail, and I want to tell you all that you also try to solve some numericals related to Kirchhoff's law by following the same method, and be very careful with sign conventions. Okay, so we will meet in next lecture. Till then, goodbye, take care and do some productive work.